there. He is always watching. He is everywhere at once.
That's right.
And personally, I would like to say that I'm not going to knock, rap music and stuff, because I will confess, I do listen to songs that I think they have nice tracks, but you cannot mainly focus on the fact that, oh, that says good rhymes, and only listen to sexual music. I guess I wouldn't say it's like exactly appropriate all the time, but it's sometimes hard living in a world such as the one we're in. I do sometimes listen to certain music and do stuff. But what you always gotta know is that you always gotta turn back to you gotta confess what you did and do what's right. Because I'm not gonna act like I'm perfect and I don't do bad, I don't listen to bad music. I don't do all this wrong stuff, and I do, but I will confess them, and I will turn back to God. I try my best.
That's all we can do. Wesley, what can we expect from this album? What can we expect? Why should somebody go out there and spend their $10 on the album?
Well, first of all, as of our albums do, it honors God. You don't have to be careful about playing it in the car with your kids. It's not something you have to worry about. Not only that, but it comes with a hip-hop tracks that dancers, fellow dancers in the world can dance to. It's lyrics that we're going to be rhyming with that you can understand what we're saying, be able to understand every word that comes out of our mouths. Not only that, but it'll be scripture verses that we want to attack hearts and to enter into brains and imprint themselves into people's brains and stay in their hearts. And it'll be something that they can keep with them. We're just praying that it's another adventure for our family to have.
Ready? Okay, so now we have Karen and we have Wesley. They're the parents of this Praise Warriors group. Karen is the manager. She's a mom of 8.
Yes.
She homeschools.
Yes.
And the reason why we brought them in, and I was hesitant at first, but God moves how God moves, and we just can't control it sometimes. And while these kids have a wonderful testimony, when I talked to Karen over the phone, and she was telling me a little bit about the testimony on the website, and she said to me that she homeschools 8 children. She held the house down for how many years? About
3.5 years.
3.5 years. And you overlooked everything and you forgave as Jesus forgave. That's remarkable.
But when I turned 19, I realized that the non-Christians were getting to do things that I wasn't able to do. And at that point I decided that I really actually told Jesus that I'll be back. I'm going to go do my own thing, as the saying goes, and I'll be back. In that time, the gentleman I was engaged to, we broke up. I met a guy, we broke up, I got mad, so I decided to chase down the hottest guy at work, and that happened to be Wes. So I ended up having Wesley, and then and I got pregnant with Shaw, and I got embarrassed, because here I am saying I'm a Christian, not a whole lot, because I was, embarrassed about having babies, but I couldn't have 2 babies with some guy I wasn't married to. So we got married, and as Wesley had already explained, my marriage to Wes was a total disaster. I need
you to explain. I need you to, because this is just so important, and you're ministering me right now.
I was walking across my street, and the verse came to me from the story of the prodigal son. And the verse it says, and while he was still a long way off, and the rest of that verse is, the father was looking for his son. While his son was still a long way off, the father saw him. The father ran to the son and extended forgiveness first. He did not wait for the son to come home and ask for forgiveness. And I said, Lord, are you telling me you want me to go chase them and forgive him? Like, I don't even know if he's repentant. Are you thinking you've got to be... I thought it may have been Satan telling me to do that. That's how insane it seemed to me. But I knew it was from the Lord, and I also knew that I made a choice once before to not do things God's way, and I said I'll never do it again. So I wrote him a letter, and I didn't want to tell my family, I was too embarrassed again, and I wrote him a letter and said, I forgive you, here's our new phone number, because I had changed our phone number, please call me. And he called me back, and from that point on, he had been in prison about 3 months, or in jail for 3 months.
I I knew that, you know, my time had gotten short. I knew that it was time for a change. I had sunk to my lowest point. My wife and I had been separated then for 3 months because of my infidelity, and I had recently left my job to go into thieving full-time. And it was just a very, very deep and dark place that I was in. And when I was initially arrested, I knew that, you know, things were going to get a lot worse. And when I went to the courthouse and was given high bail, no bail for attempted robbery and assault with a deadly weapon, I realized that I was going to be incarcerated for quite some time. And at that point, I knew that I needed help that no one else was going to give me. You know, I've heard about the Lord through my grandmother and through other, you know, loving relationships throughout my childhood with other family members, and I knew that that was the route I needed to go. So at that time, as I grew in the Lord, the doors opened up, and Karen found out that I was seeking the Lord, and she seeking reconciliation because she wanted to be with her husband. So she, you know, initiated reconciliation. And in that time, I studied my word, prayed, and, you know, various things came about. And I was looking at 20 years, and it only gave me 6. And out of that 6, I only did 3.5. And I was blessed at home with a loving wife and 4 children who treated me as though nothing was wrong. And at that time, I saw the forgiveness of the Lord on earth. You know, not just in my heart, not just in the word that He was teaching me, but in the hearts of those who He has chosen as His people. And at that time, I realized, given a gift